a project by Leonard Menciari. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. This project was developed by a very small team. We try our best to be as unbiased as possible, but the results will still remain only perspectives. In order to know more about the events here replicated, we highly recommend to inform yourself personally as well. Alright, so what's up, Dreamer Tribe? What's up, world? Welcome to Riot, Civil Unrest. So, first off, I would like to thank our friends over at Merge Games for giving me a review code or review key for this game in order to be able to test it out and play it and try it out and also make let's play and reviews of it, basically to showcase this game. So what I have though is Riot Civil Unrest for the PlayStation 4, but this game is available for the Switch, for Windows through Steam, and for the Xbox One. So basically every console that is currently available. And also this was initially released last February 5 on Steam and the North American PlayStation or PlayStation Store, and then February 6 for the European Union Store and Xbox One, and then February 7 for the Nintendo Switch. So before we actually play this game, I would like to just read the description that this game has on, Merge Games website. It says here that Riot Civil Unrest is a unique, thought-provoking experience that places you at the heart of some of the world's most recent confrontations. Spread across 4 campaigns and over 30 individual scenarios, from Oakland in California to Tahrir Square in Egypt. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that and butchered that so badly. And Caracas in Venezuela, Riot Civil Unrest lets players control either the protesters or law enforcement in an effort to portray a balanced view of each event. So basically, this is a very political and civil game, which is why I was so interested in it. So anyway, let's get right into the game. So as you guys can see, it looks very, very old school, even though this is, or I am playing it on the PlayStation 4. So basically, I think all of the graphics for all of the versions that are released, that this game is available on, they're the same. I don't think there's anything different on each of those games or those versions. I think that everything is basically the same. Also, this has co-op play. You can play locally with your friends. This also has, I think, online play, if I'm not mistaken. And the developers consider this to be an educational game, and I feel like it is, especially if you want to educate yourself on the recent events that had happened worldwide. So yeah, now I'm looking at the main menu. It says global story versus options. So like every other game that I think I've played in this channel, I want to check on options first. Difficulty level to easy. What other difficulty levels are there? Too easy. I think that's it. I don't think you can you change it? How do you change? It only has English language for me. I don't know if it's because this is a review copy, but same goes for difficulty. I can't seem to change any of them. Oh, wait. You have to use the left stick to change anything. So let's go back. So okay, so we have everything here. For the languages, we have English, Italiano, Francés, Dutch, Espanol. I don't know what is this Russian or Greek? I think it's Russian. Japanese or Chinese, Japanese. Back to English. All right, so I can only understand English. I can understand a little bit of Japanese, written Japanese. But yeah, let's not do that for this game. So for difficulty level, we have 2 easy, challenging, lawless. So for today, I'm gonna just try challenging. Let's just see how challenging really is. Global, I think, is multiplayer, online multiplayer, hence global. Story is where, you know, the campaign for this game is, and versus, I would assume, is for local co-ops. So for today, let's go with story. Okay, the game is balanced with quicker AI reaction, so that's what the challenging difficulty is. So can we read? Alright. Too easy, your units are more resistant to fear, panic, duration is reduced, AI reacts very slowly. And for lawless, AI will react immediately. So I don't really know how the AI reacts or what that even means in the context of this game. So let's just play this on challenging. And which should we choose? We have the far left level still locked. I don't know which one is a start here, but let's check each of them out, shall we? Karatea. Am I pronouncing it right? Inhabitants of a small town in Greece, Karatea, unite to stop the construction of an illegal junkyard that is being built very close to their homes. Arab Spring? Is that right? Am I reading it right? People from all over Egypt gather in Tahrir Square to protest against the crime and violence behind the regime of Hosni Mubarak. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing the names correctly, so if I'm butchering them, I apologize. That isn't my intent. I do not intend to butcher any names that I may mispronounce. I just don't know how to pronounce them. And then we have Valsusa, Italy. Locals fight with all they've got against the corruption that lies beneath the construction of a 23 billion euro high-speed train project. So, which one should we pick first? Do you guys want Italy, Greece, or Egypt? Well, if everything is just, you know, if I'm to choose, I want to try Italy first, because that sort of kind of, it feels like it hits close to home, you know. So we now get to choose if we want to be the police or the rioters. The rioters. Madalena's clearing. Displacement. I don't know what that means. Oh, so this is actually the place or the level, and we have 4 levels, I suppose, in each scenario or campaign. So much as I would like to say that I respect the police, I think that I will choose for this instance, we'll still play the police version, but or the police, you know, their stance on this, but I'm gonna go and choose rioters first. Funnily though, I actually feel like, oh, I hope they give us a tutorial because I do not know how to play this game. The Italian government started building a massive transportation system in the Susa Valley. High-speed train to speed up the already existing transportation from Susa to Lyon. The project is expected to be concluded in 2035, and the estimated price is around 23 billion euros. That's a lot of euros, especially. That's a lot of money, especially if you convert it to pesos. The documents predict that before concluding the construction process, most of the forest will be cut down and toxic chemicals will be— I wasn't able to read that. That was fast. That was pretty fast. Activists have been protesting and fighting against the TAV project since 1992. That's a long time to fight against something that the government is trying to push. So if they're still fighting, then no, good luck to them, since they're fighting a good fight. They're fighting for the environment. That's a good fight, in my opinion. You can actually hear the sirens. It's cool. Okay, so now we can set up our rioters. We have available items that I do not know what they are. What does this mean? Objective displacement. What does that also mean? Available time 4.5. 4.5 what? I think I should like have read a tutorial. I hope there's a tutorial. Again, I do not. What is that? Locks. Temporarily reduce smoke grenade effects. Okay. Firecracker. Very small explosive which causes a loud detonation and impact used to agitate opponents. Firecrackers. Many firecrackers tied with a flammable string. Incendiary megaphone. Rocks. I think that we already have a megaphone. So, I don't think that we do. I kind of want extra rocks and back. Let's go with rocks, since I think most writers actually have that in their arsenal, especially when there are news reports of that, you know. Flags quantity. What does that mean? I don't know. Oh, okay. So some seems to be balanced. Depending on what we choose here, it seems that the expected participation varies. So if we have many flags or excessive flags, there are fewer people who will participate. If we have none, there's a lot. But I do not know what that actually does in game, so let's just go with some. Basic defensive gear. Also, the higher or the more defensive the gear is, the lesser the people. So let's just go with basic. And let's get ready to riot. To be wealthy and honored in an unjust society is a disgrace. Confucius. Oh, that is so very true. So yeah, the reason why... That is so weird looking. That is so old school a graphic. So again, I do not know what the controls are. Protect all tents from being destroyed. Okay, so I can like get them to move. Okay, I can move them or shuffle through the crowd or the group by pressing the trigger button. Alright. Police must destroy objective in... Okay, so we have to... Did they already destroy it? Power to the people! So I'm not really sure if I'm doing things correctly, but it seems like we just have to keep the police from destroying anything in the amount of time we've been given. So we just have to like get them to not destroy anything, but they are destroying everything. So I don't know if what I'm doing is correct. I hope it is. Protect the tent. I'm not sure. Oh, so there's actually a level of whether they're passive or aggressive in terms of how, you know. Okay, so they've destroyed 3 of my tents, and I have no idea what is happening. Right then, the simulants are kicking in. I have no idea what that also means. I basically have no idea about what's going on here. Offensive mode. Pull in. Okay. So we must protect the tents at all cost. So protect tents. Protect the tents. I'm passively, or turning into aggressively, I believe, defending the tents from those who would like to destroy them, and I only have 2 minutes left. So here's to hoping that, you know, they attack someone. So I have peaceful protesters and aggressive protesters, but the aggressive ones are basically outnumbering the peaceful ones. Power to the people. Morale is going down. Okay. Let morale rise. They attack someone. Well, they're destroying the tents. So I actually don't know what the heck is going on any longer. I'm passively protesting. And I don't know where the police are right now. Payback. Oh! Now they're violent. Someone just shot someone. I only have like one more tent left. Oh, so I can control where I throw. Let's agitate that guy some more. Why would you? I was like protesting peacefully. Someone is hurt, obviously. Oh, they... I only have one tent left and 2 seconds. Yes, I was successful without really fully understanding what's going on. So basically we just... Rebels... Political result. Okay. So basically, we just have to let the timer run out and do what it is that we need to do if we're the rebels, at least in this level, or the rioters in this level. We can choose to attack the police. Maybe that is better done if it's done in defense, because I believe that's what changes the political result. Military result, I'm not sure where they get that, but I think it's on the number of I'm not really sure, because we started with 281 members. We didn't capture any police, wounded any police, or killed any police, thank God, even though this is a game. Property damage, why? I'm not sure if it's the rebels whose property were damaged, or that's the damage they did to, you know, their surroundings. Vehicle damage, that doesn't really count because there are no vehicles in this level. So total violence, we minimize that because we were very much trying to, you know, passively protest, peacefully protest, I mean. As for the police, they only have 32 people. They captured 3 of ours, wounded 29. Thankfully, they didn't kill anyone. They didn't damage anything. What? They were the one who were destroying the tents. I believe that the number should be higher than 0. Vehicles, again, there's no vehicles. Total violence 2. So yeah, the political result, as you can see, it's -20. So it means that what they're fighting for, I suppose, it didn't really do anything positive for them as compared to what we did, because we didn't, I think, aggressively protested and hurt anyone. That we got a much higher score in that we might be able to get this on the positive and maybe change, you know, the mindset of the politicians in this game. So we won because we got a higher score, 53 compared to 24. So rioters defended the ground, police committed some wild acts of violence, and we were peaceful. So I think that in this game, if you're a writer, you must be pretty mindful of what it is you want to do if you want to win, because you would want to appear to be the more peaceful group, so that you can get more people to agree with you, to sympathize with your cause. So let's go and check what the newspaper says. True fact news, which is the enemy of the fake news. Police unable to evict protesters. Italy. This afternoon at 15:51, 30 policemen were unable to evict the 200 protesters from the occupied area. Protests turned violent, causing 28 injuries in 15 minutes. They didn't really, expound that it was the police who, were more aggressive. Although technically we did start, to be more aggressive, but we didn't really hurt any of the police officers, so they were the one who pulled out guns. You've unlocked December 8th. What happened in December 8th? You've also unlocked Indignados campaign. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not familiar with that one. Alright, so what is this? This is the December 8th level. Lead crowd. So now we have a different objective. It's to lead the crowd, and we only have 3 minutes in order to do so. So let's go and check our available items. So we have firecrackers. Not really sure why you would want firecrackers. Molotov, megaphone. I think I want a megaphone. More than I want the firecrackers. I'm not even sure why we would need firecrackers for this one, but I think that would increase, the property damage aspect of our, our campaign or our riders. So I don't think I would want to have that. I think I'll just go with rocks. Rocks are pretty useful. You can actually control where you want to throw the rocks, so that's good. Flags, some, cautious. Do we want to be cautious? I don't. So yeah, let's just be cautious. So hostility, our group is agitated, I think. Alright. Let's see if we can, complete this level as well. You will never do anything in this world without courage. It is the greatest quality of the mind next to honor. Also, correct. No, it's an interesting choice in graphic. I can just imagine what this looks like in... Where are we supposed to? Get inside the construction. Oh, now I understand why they try to give us... How am I supposed to... Get everyone together. Shout. Give everyone courage. I'm tempted to just try and get that offensive mode. Let's go offensive with one of ours. We need to start fighting back. We're not... No, don't start fighting back. You're not... Push. Pushing. So how... Oh, wait. There... I think can we, Can we move here? I can't control the people that much. Oh wait, I accidentally pressed I wasn't, no, I didn't want to use that. Whoa! They're shooting at us again. No, you guys stay together. Everything will be alright. Whoa. So yeah, this is for, you know, offensive mode, people. Oh, so I can also place where I want to use, like, this. I can go and place, you know. Well, one of my protesters managed to get inside, so that's good. Don't run back here. Our goal is to get there. Crowd unable to reach destination. Well, yeah, I think I should have packed, you know, the firecracker. I think for this one we actually need the firecracker. Alright, so I think we can retry, but I would just want to see what the newspaper says. Police blocks potential... Potential violent... Why does it look like this? Is this normal, or is this a bug? So yeah, a team of 40 policemen were able to stop the advance of 200 civilians this morning at around 11 o'clock in Italy. Some mild clashes occurred, but nobody was severely injured during the event. So if we press circle, will we get back to the equipment screen? I hope so. Alright, so it appears we actually need firecrackers. So let's do this again. Let's try. I just want to complete like the entire campaign for this particular riot or civil unrest. Basically just saying the entire title of the game. But yeah, as I was saying, this really looks like an interesting choice when it comes to like their choice of, you know, graphics. So that's what happens when you throw a firecracker. What if I throw it over here? Oh, that's too far. How do I control how far I would like to throw the firecracker? Oh, now I see. I think I can, like, use that to our advantage. Okay, I think we just hurt our own. No, I wanted to throw it somewhere close. Oh, so we can also control like our riders if we use the left stick. Injured someone also. No, I want the firecracker. I want to throw it a little bit over, I think, here. And over here. Okay, I'm having difficulty with this one. I'm trying to I feel like this would be much more easier if we're playing this on like yeah, I think I made a breakthrough. Yeah, I think we may have a chance here. What? I was right there! What? How? Am I supposed to bring everyone in there? I like got half of them inside a green circle. What the what actual heck? I'm so confused. How exactly do they want us to finish this? I wonder. I'm gonna go and retry. Like, if this doesn't really work, I'm gonna go and show you guys the police's stance on, you know, this, and how we can control the police, how it is different from the writers. But yeah, this is so confusing, really. I think the Molotov is, I think, we're gonna go extreme right now, because I'm so frustrated about that. In a revolution, as in a novel, the most difficult part to invest is I wasn't able to finish reading it. So you guys can just pause the video if you want to read that code. But yeah, that's kind of weird. I was in the circle. I was pretty confident that we're gonna beat, you know, the level. What's going on? So I'm not sure why we can select the Molotov. Is it because we're not yet allowed to use it? Because I really believe that that would have been easy. So let's restart this. Since we can't use the Molotov just yet, I think they think that this was good. That using that would be, you know, quite easy. So yeah, we're stuck. Violence is the only way of ensuring that moderation can be heard. See, I don't think they wanted us to, they don't want this us to have an easier time with this by using the Molotov. So yeah, we're using the firecracker. The firecracker. Everything needs a firecracker. I think it's the placement of the firecracker is important. I'm just not sure how I can effectively place them, because again, you know, I can't really choose where, you know, the firecracker lands, because I try to, like, see, it just flies right over where I don't really want it to go. Okay, can I just press X? Just go and throw all the firecrackers that we can. We're just, you know, having a grand time. We're trying to scare off the people trying to stop us from getting inside the stupid circle. Oh, I made a mistake. I made a mistake right there. See, there are already people inside, Like, I thought that was all we needed to do. So I'm pretty confused because I want to like be able to control this easier. Again, we're gonna run out of time. Everyone just attempt to like Oh my god, that's annoying. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that because the firecrackers, they don't seem to work. They don't, you know, drop where I intend them to drop, and that's just a pathetic score, to be honest. So I'm not sure how we will be able to get past that because I just want to throw it right at the middle of the police officers, you know, clustered together. But if I try to like direct the cursor to where I wanted to fly, it would just fly way past the point I wanted to go to. So yeah, we're going back, and now we're gonna try the police, and just see what's the difference between controlling them, you know, for just to complete this video. So we're gonna stick to challenging, you know. Also, let's also picked Italy for this one. I got a star, a cute little star right there. Alright. So now I understand what displacement meant in regards to what this game is. So yeah, we already read that. Price 23 billion euros. Chemicals will be released around drilling, polluting the whole region. Again, why I am for, you know, rioters. So yeah, there's really no difference in the text, but this is new. So police setup. So we can choose what units we want. Is that it? So yeah, we can choose what we want to bring, what units we want to bring, and what equipment they have, which is sort of similar to. I'm just gonna go and keep, you know, this setup they have because I think that is what the game wants, and I think that is what we can only use in order to complete the level. So yeah, let's just get right to it. Nothing in the world is more dangerous than sincere ignorance and conscientious stupidity. Huh, that has never been more correct than now, you know, with how the world seems to be. And destroy all. I feel bad for trying to destroy it. Wait, could I just select? Oh, radio, because I chose radio, okay. Also, we can, like, we've captured a key instigator. They didn't even put up a fight. We captured the leader. I didn't even know, you know, how that is. Oh, now we just. That's great. I didn't mean to, you know, select that, but yeah. Right, you know, the text is, it just flies by way too quickly. Also, we're supposed to, like, destroy the tents. So please, you know, destroy the tents. Okay, how do you destroy the tents, though? Okay, so that's what that symbol means, you know, defend. We're violently... Someone's hurt. We're violently going about this level as police officers. Oh, so now we're good because we've destroyed. You can't win with violence, everyone. What happened? What was that? Rebels pushed out. Oh, so we can push them out. I feel bad for the rebels though. Good night. Oh, so we can push them and not wait for, you know. We can not wait for the time to run out. We can just push them out. Here's to hoping that I forgot our actual mission is to destroy the tents. I was just letting them, you know, the other police units to just stand around. All objectives successfully destroyed. We didn't really destroy all the objectives, we just pushed all the protesters out. Alright, so even though we did that, as you can see, because of how poorly we went about our business as to police in trying to take or destroy the tents, we ended up, you know, getting a huge negative result, political result, which caused us the victory, and the victory ended up for the rioters. Even though they didn't really technically defend their ground, it's just because, you know, the police committed heavy acts of violence. So this really feels so realistic in that regard, that how a riot, I suppose, or how a movement is viewed is dependent on how the acts, you know, that go along with that is, you know, acted upon, or how they are perceived. So in that regard, I really find this game interesting. I'm just so annoyed that I'm loving the headline though. Well, not loving it in the sense of that tragic death during eviction. I don't think that is a good headline for anyone. No, I'm actually loving the fact that it just says 30 policemen were able to evict 200 protesters, but we were unable to actually win this round. So yeah, 30 policemen were able to evict 200 protesters this afternoon at 13:14 in Italy. Ludwig Niewarowski, an activist, passed away while protesting in the riot. He died at the age of 54, but it seems like his passing won't be forgotten. Many are praying for him and hoping that his loss didn't happen in vain. I think that's a typo right there. Others fear that this might affect the current delicate and stable situation. So yeah, if you're playing as the police officers, you actually have to be careful on how you go about, you know, the mission for the particular level of the campaign. I personally think that for me it's much more easier to control the rioters than the police officers, and I know that there's still a lot about this game that I still haven't even scratched the surface of, that I still have to learn the controls, but from the amount of time we've placed in, you know, as a first impression on this game, it's when they say the difficulty is challenging, it's really challenging. So before we actually close off this video, before we end today's video, let's go and try to play the same scenario we were having a hard time with on the Rioters side, December 8th, and choose a much easier, can we? I don't think we can. I want to choose a much easier difficulty, just, you know, to see how the difference is in terms of, again, I forgot. You can change the difficulty right here on this menu, but again, just to see the difference between difficulty. So yeah, let's go to December 8th with the 2 easy difficulty and see you know, again, just how different that difficulty is. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed. Again, so true in, you know, right now. Most politicians, I think they're just being politicians, or they just want to be politicians because they want more. Well, when they say too easy, I think I can't believe they actually meant it's this easy. It's literally so easy. There's no challenge, I think. The protesters are just pouring in. That's just way too easy. We didn't even eat up a minute in order to, you know, win this match. So let's see. So we didn't get any political result, so it's still a stalemate in that regard, but we did get a higher level. Not because of our military result. I think that's because the policemen weren't able to capture any one of our rioters, our members. They weren't able to wound anyone. They weren't able to kill anyone. There was no property damage, no vehicle damage, no total acts of violence. So, you know, military result on the rebel side is just, you know, that high. 95 points. So it says rioters were able to reach their destination. Police moved cautiously. Rioters were peaceful. So police moved so cautiously that it didn't actually seem like they moved against the rioters. So that's just funny. True fact news. The enemy of fake news. Peaceful protesters move across 40 police. Italy. Protesters managed to pass through a police block of 40 units this afternoon at 15:11. Some mild clashes, there weren't really any clashes, occurred, but nobody was severely injured during this event. So I'm not sure if we actually get a star for that, but we do end up unlocking the next level, the A32 highway level. And also, I don't know why that they unlocked that twice. And also we unlocked Matlocks, temporarily reduced grenade effects. I thought we already have that unlocked. I'm so confused with, you know, what is unlocked and what isn't. And well, let's go back to the level selection menu and just see if we end up getting a star or a different kind of mark just to depict that we finished that level. So yeah, irregardless of the difficulty, it seems that you completed a level with, you will still get that star mark. So that mark doesn't really mean that you've completed this level at a particular difficulty. It just meant that you completed the level. So that's good to know. And I think I've showed quite a bit of the game. And because I still have a lot of, you know, games I want to show you guys, I think this is a good place to stop. We've also unlocked the Spain campaign. So I'm not really sure if you can unlock more, or if it's just these 4 campaigns. So again, overall, this game is pretty interesting because it takes elements from the real world, from things that is happening in the real world, and it turned it into this sort of Riot, policeman, civil simulation. And that's interesting because you can look at both sides, actually. You can look at what the protesters are fighting for, and you can look at what the police are trying to achieve. And you want to play a game that sort of balances that out. But I feel like the rioters, the protesters, they are far more easier to control than the police officers. And also, we still have to unlock a lot of things in this game. So replayability-wise, I think as a first impression, remember, this isn't my review. This is the first time I played this game. I've never touched this game before. So yeah, as a first impression, I think that there is replayability in this, although not as much as some games that boast actual replayability, because the way I see it, you can play this on those 3 difficulty levels, and you can play the levels again, choosing between the protesters and police officers. So if you're gonna play through everything, I think all campaigns they have 4. Yeah, they have 4. What do you call this? Scenarios in them in each campaign. So that's like 4 scenarios, 3 difficulties. That's like you can play it 12 times if you want, and then you multiply that by 2 because you can choose to play as the rioters or the police. So that's how many times you can play a single campaign, and there are 4 campaigns, so you multiply that by that many as well. So yeah, I'd say it has good replayability, but only if you're willing to play through all the difficulty levels. Otherwise, it's just, 8 times in the campaign. There are 4 campaigns, so 8 times 4, 24, I think. I hope I'm not wrong. But yeah, it seems like a pretty fun game, but I wouldn't consider playing this, even though I do have it for the system or for for like the Xbox or the PlayStation 4. I would, if I have a choice. If you guys have a choice, I feel like this is a much better simulation played on the Nintendo Switch and the PC. I'm thinking the PC because of the freedom to navigate that the mouse has, and for the Nintendo Switch, though I do not actually know the control scheme for the Nintendo Switch, I'm just thinking that since they have, I pressed the wrong button, since they have the touch screen and also the motion controls, that might be a better control scheme than what just the regular controller offers. So if you are interested in this game, I would go with the PC version. If you can choose which version you want. If you have all the consoles, just go with the PC version. It seems like a much better fit for a game like this. Again, I'm curious what this looks like on a bigger screen, a bigger monitor. So I might try that out and just add my thoughts regarding that on my actual review of this game. But anyway, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining me on this playthrough first impression video. Also for showcasing, for my showcasing this game, Riot Civil Unrest. And I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, you guys know the drill. Dream on, fly on. Bye bye now. What's up, Dreamer Tribe? What's up, world? I am Bianca, and thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed the content of this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button to let me know. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet and you want to be a part of the Dreamer Tribe, just hit on that subscribe button. We also have tons of different content here on my channel, so be sure to check those out. Until the next video, dream on, fly on.